And hello there, welcome to the Red October Network. It's nice to see everybody again. Thanks for continuing to view our videos, and if this is the first one, welcome. Hope you're enjoying all the vlogs. And just wanted to talk about one particular thing that I think I could help you guys with. A lot of times on eBay, everybody asks, if you really want to get a lot of hits, you have to teach people how to do some stuff. So, I have some tips. As I don't think I told anybody yet, I went down to the Meadows Casino and Racetrack a couple days ago, and actually almost more than doubled my money. I went down with 40, came home with $92. So I am just posting this vlog to ask everybody if they want any tips playing blackjack down at the casino. Now, a lot of times I know people say, "Oh, the only way you win is if you can card count and stuff." I cannot card count, unfortunately. I'm obviously so focused in on the game and doing odds, but with a little bit of practice, you can go and you can actually have a lot of success. And so I'm just I came up with a few situations that I thought of. So I think which are the ones that are primarily what most people think. So for example, a simple one. When a dealer has a 6 up and you have a 14, what do? Would you go and stay? Would you hit knowing that dealer has a 16 perhaps and will beat you, or what do? Well, I think the biggest thing you can do first off is if you have anything that's below 14, you probably want to hit, and but you have to play it cautious. A 6 up is usually a very tough thing to do, because unless the dealer has an ace, he's going to have to hit again, and it's his greatest chance. It's the greatest hand which you can bust on, or that the dealer will bust on. So sometimes it's really hard to decide. With me, if it's anything less than 14, I'll hit. If it's anything more, I'll stand and just pray for the ace not to come up. Another thing I want to talk about is doubling down on 11s. When should you double down? Well, I obviously think, in my experience, that the best time to double down is if you have an 11, with the 2 cards. Doubling down is best if the dealer has a 5 or a 6 up. You don't want to double down whenever the dealer has like a 2, 3, 4, or 7 or 8 or 9, or a face card of 10. Because doubling down requires that you go and you only get 1 card. You put double the money down. A lot of times you'll get the 21. Sometimes you'll only get a 17 or an 18, and then you'll be screwed. That's why you always be careful whenever you go and you double down. And another trick is splitting. Splitting is if you have 2 face card or 2 cards that are the same, so 2 7s, 2 jacks, 2 queens, whatever. Now, the only way you should split, it's very qualitative and very subjective. A good example of when you should split is if the dealer has a 5 up and you have 2 7s. So, or the dealer has a 6 up and you have 2 7s. You're obviously going to make better hands out of that than just having a 14 just playing the singular. As you notice, the same thread about the 6 up is going through. The 6 up is definitely a player's hand, is the dealer's worst hand. But obviously, when you split 7s, you should get at least a 14 or 15 in both hands. Unfortunately, sometimes what can happen is you can get a 3 or a 4, which is not always bad, because then you can, if you're allowed to, you can double down on it. But if you get a 17, that's definitely something you want to stand on. So that's the toughest thing. Obviously, the whole thing of hitting versus standing is very, very subjective. It takes a lot of skill to think, and a lot of times luck has to be on your side. So I often say this, always watch to see what happens with your hitting, especially if you're on one of those arcade style machines, which I'll tell you a little secret about later, about how to beat on those large scale on the arcade machines. Obviously luck has to be on your side, but I always say that the nice thing is about blackjack is that you can go and you can watch what the other people are getting. So if you're at a full table, for example, and you see all these face cards on the table, if you have a 14 or 15, you might want to take some chances and try to get a better hand, because there's probably a lot of number cards in there. And the converse is true also, where if you see a lot of number cards, you probably don't want to hit on a 14 or 15. A lot of times people ask about 12s. A 12 really is the worst hand you can have, obviously. But I always say 7 times out of 10 you're going to be good with a 12 or hitting on a 12. Never double down on a 12, by the way. Never, ever, ever double down on a 12. I don't know why people do it. Because you'll lose twice the money and chances are you'll bust. So, and anyways, about the electronic blackjack tables, you'll see them all over the place. Ladbrokes, or the Meadows down in Washington County, has them. I know Ocean Downs has them. A lot of the casinos, the newer casinos, have these where it's kind of like a Pac-Man machine, where there's a screen with the dealer and then there's electronic screen. It's like this. I always found that the best thing to do is, if you've ever been to the machine, always cash out frequently and never use like a frequent player card. A lot of these machines print out tickets so they can keep track of where you've been playing. So it's a good idea. Just put $20 in the machine. Once you get up to like 40 or 50 on that 20, cash out, get the cash. If possible, try not to go to the cashier, try to go to the machine, and put the money back in, and you'll notice that the hands will be a lot better if you briefly stay, because I guess it tries to lure you in. Now that's a big secret, because I noticed that a lot of times whenever I would cash out and I'd put new money in the machine, the first hand would always be a blackjack. So, and another tip is to never ever ever put too much money in a machine. The machine is obviously keeping track of how much money you put in, and it tries to play games with you. I actually think I like the machines better than the handheld because the pace is a little bit faster and it's a lot easier. I still like tables because having the dealer there obviously is something that's enjoyable, because the dealer has a personality a computer does not, obviously. And sometimes it can be a little bit slower, sometimes it can be a little bit faster to have the hand dealer. But I've had my most recent successes on the machines rather than the hand dealt, the physically dealt cards. So anyways, at this time, as you see this video, I would like to help you guys with any questions or comments about what you should do in certain situations in blackjack. I'm always interested to hear. I've offered a few. Post any comments, any situations. You can put responses to this video. I'm always open to responses. So if you have any questions about how to play blackjack, once again, I'm not like a guru on it, but I'm very mathematically inclined. Like I said before, I did double my money at the Meadows, and I plan to go back down there. So, anyways, give me some thoughts. Obviously, comment. Big tip, by the way, Uh, there's a reason why they get you all liquored up at the casino. And you can probably figure out why, because you're more likely to blow your money. But anyways, so post your comments. Obviously, if you want to do a video response, I will actually go and I will do a response to your video, and we'll try some stuff, and hope you all will be happy. So I'm only gonna post this one video, but if need be, if you want any video responses, I'll make more. So have a good day, and we'll see you in the morning.